Ladies and gentlemen and lovers of all things Gothic, welcome to Leicester Square. This is the UK premiere of new vampire movie Twilight. It's full of teenage angst and bloodlust, and arriving here in Leicester Square tonight are the movie stars Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson. What is it that makes us love vampires so much? So, ladies and gentlemen, here with one of the stars of the movie, it is Robert Pattinson. Wow. Robert, let me be quite honest with you. I have not seen Leicester Square in quite such a frenzy for a long time, a lot of it being for you. How are you feeling?
I don't know. It's for the character, you know. I don't claim anything. Everybody loves the character.
You beat around 3,000 other actors to this role. How did it happen? Why are you now here at the premiere as Edward?
Fit, yeah.
You are not allowed to answer for Robert this evening.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't even know there were 3,000 people. I thought there was only like 2 people auditioning for it.
No, my research is absolutely correct. 3,000 plus. So, I mean, you're dealing with, as I've been speaking to the fans, a very holy text to them. It's an important series of books. Do you feel the pressure when you were making it?
I didn't know. I didn't know it had this fanaticism about it. You know, I just kind of... I did it like any other movie. And I only found out afterwards. I'm terrified to do the sequel now.
And I mean, it's had a great opening in the US. Are there definite plans for a sequel at the moment? Can you tell us?
Yeah, there are, yeah. It films in March. Yeah.
And I'm assuming you are coming back.
I'm assuming, yeah. I don't know.
So, when it came to playing this role, did you look at the books first? Did you take anything from them in your creation of this character?
Yeah. I mean, I can't concentrate on this thing. I looked at the books a lot. I kind of obsessed over them for a long time, but you're making the script, so it is slightly different to the books. But we tried to keep as close to them as we could.
Just to appease my need to know, is it the coolest role any actor could ever hope for, playing a vampire?
Yes.
Right, why are you braving the cold for this movie?
I want to see Twilight.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kristen Stewart! I have to say, this is quite a crowd tonight. We don't often see crowds this big for a premiere in Leicester Square. How are you dealing with this Twilight frenzy?
Well, I'm sort of not dealing with it. It's like such an out-of-body experience. I'm not really here right now.
It's phenomenal. And tell me, how does this compare with the premiere in the States, in LA?
Honestly, it dwarfs it. We had a much smaller premiere. I don't understand. This is much bigger. They didn't expect it either. They told us that it would be much smaller.
Did you hear that? This is bigger than LA right now. So obviously in this movie you're dealing with books that are almost a holy text to some. How did you feel taking on the role of Bella? Did you feel a lot of pressure?
Unless I feel pressure, like at the beginning of a movie, I can't even work on it.
There was a casting sequence that was on a bed, in her bed, in fact. How was that?
It was good. Everybody's making such a big deal about that. It happened to be where we were at the time. We were at our house.
Nothing sordid or anything. I mean, you hear these stories about Hollywood, but I'll take it from you. Kristen, love to speak to you. Have a great night.
It's a very cold night, but I like a bit of vampire.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am now here with a woman who has created the movie that many will be watching tonight. It's Catherine Hardwicke. Wow, what a reception.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
So, I mean, the books obviously have a huge fan base. How did you feel taking them on? Was it exciting, nerve-wracking, I guess?
Well, when I read the book, I just dove right into the world, and that made me want to see it come alive. So I was excited to make it come alive and scared.
I mean, yeah. Do you sort of look around and go, I have all these dreams resting on my shoulders?
Yeah, but I like that because I love the book, and I thought if I could find the right two actors like Rob and Kristen, that it would be magic, and they brought the magic.
So was it difficult casting them? I mean, let's start with Kristen. I mean, what is it about Kristen that sort of says Bella to you?
Oh, okay. Well, I saw Kristen in Into the Wild, and I thought she was so vulnerable. You could just feel her yearning and her longing when she's sitting there in that trailer, and I knew she would be great. And then Robert was so hard to find because you had to have that most beautiful man in the world. He had to look like he's 17. And we had to have the sexual tension, right? So we did the auditions on my bed, you know.
Explain.
It was for the kissing scene, and it was pretty good because you could just feel the electricity. Yeah.
Wow, that sounds like some casting session.
It was.
Okay, so did the opening success of the film in the US, because it's been huge, I mean over $100 million now, did that surprise you, or did you always know that was going to happen?
Well, I knew that a lot of people love the book, and I knew that people would come see it, so I guess I was very excited, and I wasn't that surprised. Yeah.
I mean, you seem like the best person to ask why are we so drawn to characters that essentially suck the life out of us?
Well, who doesn't want to be bitten by a sexy vampire?
I mean, you're absolutely right. So given the option, would you, Catherine Hardwicke, choose the life of a vampire over that of a mortal?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
Drinking blood for the rest of your life and nothing else?
Well, I am a vegetarian, so I would try to do synthetic blood.
Okay, good. You really thought about this. Catherine, thank you so much for putting this on this evening. It's been a pleasure talking to you. You all want to be vampires. It's amazing, isn't it? I don't think a series of books for a long time have captured the imagination of a teenage generation.
It's like a Bible series. Stephanie Meyer is an amazing author. I think it's just fantastic.
It's just like sort of, I don't know, taking Harry Potter about 5 years up. And I think it's going to be as big as that too.
Enjoy the movie. I've been Alex Zane, and from outside the premiere of Twilight, thank you and thanks for watching.